to the national anthem. Between the London Red Raiders and the Circleville Tigers. And it looks like it's supposed to be a real good matchup. If London performs the way they did last week, and if Mike Harris has another fine ball game, London ought to come out on top. But Circleville has a running back of their own. And Darby, why don't you tell us about this Billy Hamilton?
Billy Hamilton last week ran for 215 yards, 34 carries, and he had all of Circleville's touchdowns, which totaled to 3 last week. Looks like that's going to be London's big thing to stop him this game. They need to stop him defensively to win this ball game.
So you think it's going to be a kind of an offensive matchup tonight rather than a defensive matchup?
Definitely.
Well, I know London's got a lot of proof to prove last year, because last year this Hamilton ran a little crazy on him last year, and he been touted as an all-state performer.
And also in the booth, we with us tonight is Don. Don, what's your assessment on this game tonight?
I think it's going to be an offensive battle. It's going to. Both teams are good offensively, and you need some good defense, I believe. This boy from Circleville is pretty tough. And we have Mike Harris from London, which is a good ball player, plus Roger Clark. I look for it to be a pretty wide open game there, unless they get their defense together.
I think it's kind of a three-way tie. It's going to be an offensive game tonight.
Yep, and then I don't want to disappoint anybody if it's not. It looks like London's going to start the same lineup they had in there last week, and we'll give it to you here in a second.
Can't get any closer than this, man. More playing time he gets this year.
We're getting ready to kick off here. London's going to do the kick-in, and Circleville Tigers is going to do the receiving on the south end of the field.
Well, how far is the turtle going to bump this one down the field just today?
Well, let's see if he's going to kick it long tonight, or is he going to kick it high so they can cover like they did last week. This kid's got an excellent kick. I wouldn't be surprised for what a couple of colleges noting the distance that he gets on his kickoffs.
Let's not forget he's just a junior.
Well, you know, it's never too early to cap out some prospects.
That's it. Some speedsters on the team too, because if you noticed last week that Space in the court got downfield pretty fast on the coverage.
Looks like you got Hamilton back to receive and Buster Walker back to receive for the Circleville Tigers. We got Tobin advancing on the ball. And he gets one of them squib kicks out. Oh, beautiful. Well, a fine block here by Circleville. They got it down on about the 28-yard line. Circleville will take over. Darby, you want to go ahead and try to give him the defensive line up here? Running out in that 5-3 defense again this week. Circleville trying to open up already with a pass, incomplete.
Good coverage with Ty Dollar.
Now, I told you guys last week that I thought Ty Dollar did a really good job, and I guess Coach Dobbmeyer, Coach Emmons feel the same because Ty started tonight on defense. Now you got Circleville coming out, and looks like a I formation with a couple of wideouts. Now they're going to their bread and butter up the middle, and London stops in for about a 3-yard gain.
If I'm not mistaken, Circleville tried this same thing last year, just trying to run it up the middle every down. And as we say year again, Doddmeyer's front line on defense, usually you don't go up the middle very much on this team.
Oh, you're sitting there, and you've got Chad Good sitting in there at 228 pounds. Got that flat pass again. Looked like could have been an interception there, fellas. Con was coming up more interested in that pop than he was catching that ball. That was a good pop by Sean Con.
Sean Con can lay the helmet on you for being a quarterback.
Right. Well, Sean's got a lot of experience behind him. We got Circleville back to attempt their first punt. We got Mike Harris deep with Tyler Hamilton as a short man.
Now
There we go. We got a kick Mike can handle. We got a return right on. Harris couldn't get his footing. I'll tell you what, I do think this rain's going to hamper it, even though it's already quit raining. I do believe the slippery field's going to be a hamper.
Now that surprised me.
It's kind of hard to catch.
That punt surprised me. I was watching Circleville's punter before the game started, and he was punting about, 40, 45 yards, and they were going up in the air now.
Well, he had a bad snap there, so maybe that had to contribute to it. But we got 11 on offense, and we've got Teal at fullback, and we got Harris at tailback. We got Teal for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Going back to that fullback up the middle.
Second and 4?
About second and 4, second and 5.
Same hole. They're going to give this one to Harris.
It looks like Circleville sitting there in a 5-2. Nope. That was a fine run by the fullback.
I got the right hole, just the wrong player carrying the ball.
This is good blocking in the line that time, too.
Yeah, London's clearing that line out. Circleville doesn't look to have that weight like Madison Plains did last week.
Much smaller.
Circleville looks like they've got a lot of little short guys up there.
Formation.
A little wide out to the right, a little wide out to the left there. There he goes! A gain of about 22 yards there for Mike Harris. He made a fine run up the middle.
I'll tell you what, the line is clearing them out because that was a big hole. Who did you run that time, Donnie? He went to the line spot. He went over the center.
Yeah, he come off that guard center position.
Which is who?
Number 54 and number...
That's Fincham.
59 at center there. Now we're back to Brad Teal up the middle again. I think London's trying to find a spot there, don't you, Brady?
Yeah, this is kind of Dogmeyer's kind of game right here, and that's run the football. Like I said last week, I think that he firmly believes in controlling that front line, if that's offense or defense, and that's what they're doing right here. They're just driving down the field. They don't have to do anything crazy. It's just short, boom, 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 right up the middle.
Yeah, you're really correct, Joe, because, you control that line of scrimmage, you control the whole game. And Mike Harris is off the right side, down to about the 7-yard line.
And it took a gargle of him to get him down.
He's running off right side between tackle and guard. These guys are really pushing it back. That's number 54, Adam pitching.
I tell you what, coach is running these plays up the middle, and as long as you're getting yardage on running plays, you keep on using them, and I think that's Dobmeyer's theory. We're sitting there in the straight I formation with a flanker. They stopped Brad Teal up the middle. It's the first time they've controlled the middle of the line. So we look to maybe see a little bit of Mr. Harris on the outside this time.
Right now, when you got them hurting on the run play, just fake it up in there and whoop, just knock it over to a tight end real quick, boom, quick pass. You're gone.
That's a high possibility because they do have a fine tight end with a fine set of hands. Touchdown, Mike Harris! Little run around the right end. Mike was stopped at about the 5-yard line. His second effort took him into the end zone. That's a little indication of what Mike's going to do in the first half. Watch out for him in the second half.
And Mike Harris right there just told the defense, I don't know what defensive player that was, but you tackle me high and I'm going to run you over.
Right. Mike made a well run around that right side after being hit 2 or 3 times, and he was stopped on the 5-yard line.
Tobin was 3 and 4 last week.
The kick was good by Clark Tobin. Score with 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter is London 7, Circleville nothing.
And Tobin's streak right now is 3. He missed the second field goal last week, and then started. I don't know. It looked good from here. I think one of the referees had a bad eye or something on that one.
Well,
I'm biased, so
I think they had better seats in that house than we did.
I'm biased, so that's why I'm not down on the field.
You got London teeing the ball up on the 40-yard line, and Clark Tobin's getting ready to kick off again. Hopefully this will be a habit tonight.
I noticed they got some of the faster backs like Eddie Hamilton and Roger Cloak to get downfield on the kickoff.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of low number runners there out there on the kickoff team.
And the London Faithful.
He's got a squib kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that's a penalty, and I believe Circleville will get that ball on the 35-yard line.
Either Tobin's having a bad night tonight, or they're trying to keep it away from Billy Hamilton.
I believe you're right there, Darby. I believe that's the whole thing, is they're trying to kick away from Hamilton, and I don't think you ought to do that until maybe he shows you a little bit of something.
Especially not with Tobin's kicking ability to put that ball in the air in the hang time, and with the way London covered the kicks last week.
Right. London did a real good job of covering kicks last week, and Clark was putting some fine hang time on that kicks last week. So we have Circleville ball at the 35-yard line.
The London Faithful starting to make some noise now.
There's and Con covering wide receivers.
Yeah, it looks like they've got tied down. They're playing a little bit of linebacker tonight, fellas. Number 35 there. A little delay here on account of the chain gang over there. London's got that 5-3 defense in. So we'll go back to pass. I don't know if they've seen something in past games or game films or from last year, but that's about the 4th pass they've tried out in the flats.
They may be trying to draw the defensive end and go for the ball too, you know.
I look for Mr. Hamilton to take off here pretty soon. You know, if he's that big of a gun, I think you ought to shoot him once or twice. They do have a big fullback in there. And we got a penalty on Circleville. Illegal motion by the wideout. A little bit of offsides or encroachment, whatever you want to call it.
You know, the defensive backs are playing up tight, though. You know that?
Well, yeah, we made a comment there a week or so ago that they were playing a little loose. Now, looks like they're ready to play this one-on-one stuff here.
Right.
Coming out, flat pass again. Well, you could be right there. Maybe they're trying to loosen things up on the outside and maybe get that Hamilton up the middle or something.
Maybe try, to win a deep pass play.
They're sitting here at 3rd down and 15. I suppose they have to pass now unless they want to run that draw play. Yep. Something pass to Hamilton there, and there was no door. Mr. You got it. Mr. like London knew it was coming sooner or later.
Well, London's getting some good field position because they're making them pick people the wrong time.
And we got Mike Harris back and Tyler Hamilton back here to receive the punt. And we have a penalty flag. You don't suppose them officials watched the games film from last week, do you, Darby? But in every punt we had a penalty last week?
Yes. There we go. I watched the pro game the other night that was the same way. I can't remember what game that was.
We had an encroachment call in London. That was a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 4th down and about 13.
Let's do a referee thing. Like I said, this punter can do it.
Oh, I think. We got a shake check.
Get away from it.
Gonna be knocked down dead at the 48-yard line by number 20 there at Circleville. London will take over on the 48-yard line.
I would say that the London offense should shake all the London defense's hands for doing such a great job, but London's defense is London's offense.
Yep.
We found kind of a weak spot on the left side of that Circleville line, you know?
Well, let's see if they come on back up the middle this time. Or maybe he'll try to surprise us. I'll tell you what. Just like we were saying in that first series, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it.
I'll tell you what, I think there was a very smart tackle by the linebacker for Circleville because he got a hold of material. And wouldn't let, otherwise, if he hadn't got a hold of Mike's jersey, Mike would have broke through there.
Yeah, Gary, I think they learned something there in that first series that Mike's not going to be brought down by just bumping him.
No, he sprays a lot.
You know, Mike looks like he's growing up here, week by week.
We're still trying to settle that line.
There we have Brad Teal up the middle for no gain.
I think London might be going to the well just too many times.
Well, yeah. Suck them in.
I bet they set them up for a bomb.
Suck them in a little bit and then cut loose with something else. Got Jared Alexander out wide and Mr. North out left there wide. Got a fake it. We got an option play running here. Good ball. Pretty play. Pretty play. Fumble. Yes, fumble ball. He recovered his own fumble. That was the option play the way it was supposed to be ran.
Good way at the last moment. That's the first down for London.
You know, Darby, I think you and I was just talking about that before the game about running that option play a little bit more tonight.
I do believe so. Sean Conn, he might not be real fast, but I tell you, he's deadly on the option.
I'll tell you what, the kid brings a lot of experience to this team. He's a gutsy performer and a heady performer.
There we go.
London going to try the first pass.
Wide open.
He's got the tight end wide open. All right. Got a fine catch down about the 15-yard line by Mr. Judewild. Picks up another first down, and they move the chains.
And we were waiting all last week for him to actually get a hold of one to see him run with the ball.
Right. You know, he's going to be a load to bring down. That'll be another guy they don't want to try to just bump.
This is a complete change, Robin. Last week they got started late. This week they're playing heads-up ball from good.
Oh, we got a fumble. And Mike Harris recovers. Looked like it was a bad handoff between the center and the quarterback there.
And Harris seems to have a nose for that ball, but that's the second time the ball's gotten away from him and he's able to flip around and come up with the fumble.
I'll tell you what, I think Mike's really growing. I'm really impressed with his performance early tonight. We've got second down and 10 now. We're going back to Mike Harris. Nice field goal by Mike Harris.
At one moment, you think Mike Harris is going to put his helmet down and just run over you, and he makes a spin and he's gone.
We've got a penalty on running. It's going to come back. I'll tell you though, Darby, that was one of the finer runs you're going to see.
I got a call from Mike's uncle, Hap Harris, who was in the booth with us last week. We had him on the show. And he said he's going to send an article to the Madison Press about Harris, and then another 40 years later, another Harris. Mike's got a long way to go right now to catch up with Hap, because Hap is really a heck of a ball player.
And we had a holding penalty on Lennon, so we brought the ball back to the 22-yard line.
This is second down in a month.
Yeah, second down looks like about 18. We got a draw play to Harris. All right, good run by Mike. I'll tell you what, it's taken a gang of defensive players to bring Mike down.
He's got good balance. He's got real good balance.
And I also have to bring it to Darby's attention that last week he explained the gaggle. Is that the gaggle?
The gaggle.
And I listened to one of the tapes. The gaggle was 6 or 8 players, not 3, Darby.
Well,
You changed it all, didn't you?
We have third down and 14 right now. We got a nice little pass. Incomplete.
We got it right in his hands.
All right, now Mr. Clark Tobin's going to get to attempt a field goal here. Darby, how long do you think it's going to be?
He's going to try a field goal, huh?
He can kick it.
what's that? 30, 35?
He's on the 30-yard line, kicking from the 25.
No, he's in.
Ball's down. Ball's up. Oh, it's a good kick. Clark Tobin with the field goal.
I tell you what, he had room to spare. That ball would have went another 15 yards. I don't doubt some of the Division I schools are looking at Tobin already.
I believe, Gary, that was probably about a 39-yard field goal there.
The ball was set down on the 25-yard line.
Let me just make a comment on Dwyer there. On that last pass that he dropped there. Let's don't forget he's got a broken, it's broken fingers, right?
Yes, broken fingers on that right hand.
He's got that whole hand padded up, and for him to catch when he's running from the right side, it's got to be hard because he's got to stop that ball with the right hand.
You've got to pull that thing in with kind of your palm and your wrist there.
The ball could be a little slippery too, you know.
Well, Lennon has scored on their first 2 possessions. Let's see what the defense can answer with. Now I think Clark will go ahead and try to kick this off this time instead of trying to get a penalty. We got the ball coming to the left side here. Number 44 for Lennon makes a nice tackle on about the 20-yard line. Corey Such.
Special teams, they have good coverage on these.
Well, looks like London's in a 4-3 right now with the backs up. Now they're going to go to Hamilton. Off the right side, and London pretty well swings it out and makes a fine tackle over there.
You know, they're continuing pretty well right now in this first quarter.
Looked like Shad Good got a hand in there and swung him around.
You know, Circleville's tried passes both series they've had the ball. Maybe they figure it's time to start trying Billy Hamilton running the ball here. Let's see if they come back out and try one of these flat passes.
I think the reason they keep throwing the ball is it's not that the man's not open. The man's open. They're just either not getting it there or he's not handling the ball very well.
Right. You know, he's had a couple of drops, but also I don't think he's thrown that good of passes, Darby. I think that's what it is.
Doesn't seem like there's much sting on that ball.
Right. You know, London's going to get wise to that, and Sean Conn might get his first pick of the year and take it back all the way. Him or Mike Harris.
He was good for that last year. There we go again.
Got a screen pass, right? You know, that play wasn't even set up. That didn't deceive anybody. London had about 5 guys out there. I think that was a very ill-advised pass.
Looks like they put together real well.
I don't know if it was a screen pass or a flat pass. It looked like
They was trying to set up a screen there, but London looked like he was in their locker room talking us over with them. London ought to be able to block one of these punts. Looked like they tried. Looked like they tried.
Ezekiel almost called that one.
I'll tell you what, London did a good job that time of not roughing the kicker the way they rushed that.
That takes discipline. When you're coming in there like that to go ahead and pull off of him, not get the flag.
And I think they seen something from the last kick because they could have blocked the last kick. The man come in from the right side and he stopped to avoid a collision. So I think they felt like they could get this one, like you said.
You know, the referee was right there, Gary. I was looking for something to come out.
I don't know how he got through there without hitting the kicker.
All right, let's see what London's going to open up with in this series. He got that pass out. Got a pass. Mr. Astor with that. I tell you, that was a halfback pass by Jared Alexander. But his initial receiver wasn't open, so Jared did a real good job of finding Mike Harris.
He used that ball, and Harris just...
You got to remember, Alexander is a second-string quarterback, so
Right, so
that quarterback thrown to a quarterback.
he's not actually fooling any of us guys, but he sure fooled the other team.
I thought it was going to be a big dog.
You know, when I saw the pass coming out there, I thought that was that pass that Harris caught last week. Now Harris off the left side. Another fire run, another first down for London.
The Circleville's going to want to start London at all. They got to shut down Mike Harris.
You know, if you look at the films from last week, Darby, you got, for some reason, Key on number 32 for London. If I'm a defensive coordinator for another school, I'm stopping number 32.
It's kind of hard to stop number 32 when that line is making such beautiful holes for him.
Well, you're right there, Gary. You know, but it seems like you ought to have some linebackers keying on him. Tried that fullback up the middle. Looks like London's going to lose a couple of yards.
Circleville got them linebackers right now. In fact, they were almost the line of scrimmage for the ball was even stopped. Like they knew what play was going to get called that time.
You know, the thing with it is, they did that several plays ago, and Sean kept the ball and made a nice little pitch to Harris on the option.
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see that same play to the right side right here.
Well, we got 3rd down and short here for the first down. Fine tackle by the defensive back on the left side. I don't think we'll see London punt on this. This looks like it's 4th down and go here.
This would be a fine time for the play.
The only thing of it is, I believe their defensive back blitzed that time, Darby. London couldn't pick up everybody.
When you're throwing drops up through the middle like that, and you're short, they're going to send everybody in the bottle up the middle.
And we got 4th down and about a yard. Now we got encouragement by Circleville.
He jumped it. Can't see from here, if anybody knows.
Encouragement on Circleville.
That's 5 yards.
So that'll give London a first down on Circleville's 31-yard line. We got Tyler Hamilton wide out to the left and North over here as a wing on the right side. Got a little pitch to Harris. Looks like a halfback pass.
He's trying to hit the wall. He's up there by Circleville. Nice run back here by this number 42. I believe he's the fullback on offense. He got it back to the line of scrimmage. So Circleville getting that penalty back. Kept London alive. That pass was a little ill-advised, don't you think, Darby? Well, of course, you see that a lot of time in the pros, though. Those pro halfbacks take that ball and just throw it out there. That's why he runs with the ball when he's not there starting quarterback. Right. Well, we got the end of the first quarter, and we have London 10, Circleville nothing. If that wasn't in there, we could see it. All right, we got started the second quarter here, and Circleville has the ball on the 30-yard line. Good. Run a fullback up the middle there for a gain of about a yard. You know, it's kind of odd, considering Billy Hamilton for Circleville had 215 yards and 34 carries. I haven't seen him get the ball to him too much yet this game. Well, I don't know if they're saving him for something, but if I was the coach and I had an all-purpose back that gained almost 2,000 yards last year, I'd surely be using him.
You guys might want to pick up who's making the tackle.
And we have an official's timeout to get the clock straight.
You know, so far every time he's touched that ball, but the line is London line has been on. It's contained in pretty well.
Well, we have London in that 5-3 defense this time. A long count. I don't know, this quarterback's having problems tonight. You know, that pass there was about a 10-yard pass, and the receiver was about 20 yards downfield.
It's not that we're out here, so the ball can't do that slippery.
And your teal Ty Dowell is like an all-purpose man there on defense line. No, they're moving him all over the place. Yes, they are.
Three wideouts on the right side.
Gain of about 9 yards there. It's going to bring up actually 4th down and 1.
And that's probably the best pass play I've seen Circleville run all night. Maybe they need to get him out and then roll him out more.
Well, you know, Darby, it looked like Harris had to cover 2 guys there, and the quarterback had his choice of either receiver, and I think he threw to the one that was wide open.
The quarterback just waited until Harris to one, and then he threw it to the other one. He was kind of mismatched.
We got a punt by Circleville. Mike House is going to miss the ball. And Mike is brought down on the 20-yard line. Well, London going on offense on the 20.
Mike needs to step back a few steps on his punts. He always makes my hair stand up the back of my head and neck. When
you know, Darby, I don't even know if they thought they was going to punt because Mike was late getting back here that time. I think they thought they was going to go for it.
He's going to have 4th and 1, though.
Well, we have London starting out at the 20-yard line. You got Kahn off the right side. We got a penalty flag thrown. We're going to have to see what the call is. It looked like it either could have been a face mask or a holding on London.
My second one was right. They got holding on London. I think it was on one of the linemen from London. We won't give you any numbers.
That was a good decision for Sean Conn to keep that ball because he had a Circleville guy right behind him. If he didn't pitch, I don't know what would happen.
Right. That was kind of like a naked type option play because they didn't really fit to the fullback that time. Just Sean and Mike kind of rolled out there together. We got the referees trying to give the options to Circleville here. That is our delay right now. We have London with about a first and 25 on the 10-yard line. Going the other way though, on their own 10-yard line. We're running number 46 at the middle. Robinson, they got him in at fullback right now. That was a nice run. That looked like he picked up about 8 yards there.
Robinson has to remember when you're going to cut, you got to cut on your outside foot. Look like he didn't have his feet in just right when he went to cut there and slipped.
That field must be a little slippery than it looks, really.
Well, you know, they kind of keep this grass a little higher, and with it being wet, it could be slippery. Got Harris out the right side. Fine cut inside. You know, they're not tackling him with any linemen. It's usually either a linebacker or a defensive back. And that tells you what London's offensive line's doing.
And when they do tackle him, after the initial contact, he's picking up 3 more yards.
Right. Mike's running the ball totally different than they did the first half last week. We're here at 3rd and 7. Conn drops back for a pass. Little roll out to the left. Oh, Sean put a little of that baseball on that one. He put the mustard on that pass. That ball bounced off of Drew DeWire's hands there and into the bench.
That's got to be really hard to catch that football with that hand all potted up.
You know, it's hard enough to catch with both hands free.
Oh, okay. Especially when he's putting a target in like that.
Right. Well, London's going to attempt their first punt of the evening. Let's see how they cover this. Drew DeWire back to do the punting. I don't believe London had enough men on the field, according to Coach Dobmeyer.
Can you hear me now?
London had to call timeout there.
By the way, I want to take while we're down at this time, I want to take this moment to thank the folks who have donated toward the camera. We are right around $1,200 or $1,250 right now, and we still need at least another $1,500. So we appreciate the folks who have donated, and those who would like to can either see myself, Gary McNeil, or Carl King, or take it to the bank. And the sooner we get it, the sooner we'll get this camera together and do a lot better stuff for you people out there who are watching this on television. Thank you.
Tell you, after the timeout, and London's finally got enough men on the field, we're going to go ahead and try to attempt this kick. So we got Drew DeWire kicking to Hamilton. Drew gets off a fine kick. Whoa! And that ball is touched, I believe. Evidently that official had a better look than we did, folks.
And that punt looked like a knuckleball.
Tyler Hamilton down that ball on Circleville's 22-yard line. I'd like to see London put a little pressure on him this time and maybe make a defensive recovery here, either a fumble or a interception.
You know, Sean Conn, he's due for one. Send it back in a bigger wideout this time.
Yeah, it looks like London's in a 5-3, but they've been changing Dowler around so much you can't really tell.
Oh!
You know, we had a nice initial charge by Dowler. I think he kind of disrupted the play. They might have gained 3 or 4 yards on that play, but we got a good rush in there. Oh, excuse me, they only gained about a half yard.
You got to look at this Hamilton who's carrying that ball. He's no bigger than Donnie Kane was when he was a senior.
Kind of looks like that boy London played against last week at Jake Connor from Madison Plains.
No Cousins.
Bingo.
Then we had finally Circleville completed a pass out in the right flats. He had one man to beat, and that man popped him and jarred the ball loose.
That was Dylan.
Yeah, that was Nathan Dorn there, made a fine hit from his defensive safety position.
Circleville starting to get those passes starting to work for him now. Oh! Sean Conn on that tackle.
You know, that's 2 passes they completed to the flats, but don't be surprised if London don't feel this out here pretty soon and pick one of these off. Well, London had a nice rush on that time. They're going to get to this quarterback here pretty soon.
There it comes, too. Oh!
We got Hamilton just going around circles back there. London tackles him for about a 4-yard loss. I think every player of London's team had an arm on him that time.
It was a delayed gaggle.
It is a hard runner.
I can't tell you who finally did make the tackle, but I believe everybody had a hand in there. Dwyer looks like he's kind of favoring that hand right now.
He looks like he's in a little pain, that's for sure.
Well, we got a penalty flag. I believe we got Circleville either lined up. Correct. They got the wide receiver for lining up both sides.
And that's the second time.
Same guy, Darby. Same guy.
And I didn't quite understand how he could be offsides on that one when the ball was sitting on the line marker.
Well, you know, you're supposed to ask the referee if you're in good shape out there. Evidently, he's not asking him.
No, he's not.
Got a man wide open down the middle. Get to see how fast Mike Harris is. No, we won't. Nathan Dorn from behind.
And Dorn would have had him a lot sooner, but he kind of slipped.
Yeah, it looked like they lost track of him, Darby. I don't know if they couldn't see him because he's so small coming out of the backfield, but there wasn't a defensive back within 10 yards.
Under no circumstances do you let anybody behind you.
That kind of looked like that pass that San Diego beat the Steelers on last year in the playoffs.
I think he did a little button hook and he was footed up over center rim. I thought Dwyer had the quarterback there. That's what I was looking at.
We got fine tackle there by Dwyer. And Brad Tito in there playing linebacker made a nice tackle on that side.
I think Shad Good was also in that. No, that was Noble.
Well, London, it's gut check time for London right now. This is the deepest penetration Circleville's had all night. Let's see if London can come up with a pick here.
Circleville going back to that pass across the middle there, and it was a bad pass. I think if that had been a good pass, Darby, number 20 would have been turning that ball and going the other direction with it.
Yeah, I really couldn't see the pass from where I'm sitting. North looked like he had a shot at it.
You know, I don't know if it's Hamilton's hurt or not, but I don't even think he was in on that last play. He's back out there at tailback this play. Got third down and 11. Got a corner pass. He gets a hand on it. It's a nice defense. Carr had nice one-on-one coverage with him that time. Had a nice rush by Drew DeWire, too. That made that quarterback come out a little wider than he wanted to, and he had to throw the ball a little quicker than he wanted to. That brings up fourth down and 11 on the London 25-yard line. Circleville's going to go for it, and they've got two wideouts to the right and a fullback set up behind the quarterback. They got him over out in the flats. Got a right tackle by Mike Harris. In fact, I think they might have lost yardage on that pass.
I never would have thought they would have thrown a flat pass before from about 4 to 10.
Yeah, it's the one thing they tell you, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you got to know where the down markers are.
Right. That's going to be really hard for the Circleville quarterback to even concentrate on his receivers when he's got Drew Dwyer in his face every pass play.
Right. Yep. Drew is doing a real fine job of penetrating off of his defensive end positions. Got Mike Harris at tailback, Teal back there at fullback, and Kahn under center. Same play we started the game with. We got Brad Teal off the right side. Looked like a game of 2 to 3 yards there.
On the right side of the line every time.
Looks like they got Robinson and North running the plays in and out, doesn't it, Darby?
I do believe so.
Mike Harris at the middle. He's fine. Fine run by Mike Harris.
Bill Hill was first blown out by Brad Teal. He rammed it up in there and caught the hole open for Harris.
Yeah, that was a gain of about 22 yards there for Mike. I believe they're going to give Mike a little rest here, and they put Clerk into the ball game, number 1. You know, this Clerk's got a little bit of speed, but last week he kind of had a little trouble holding on to that football. Let's see if he gets to cut loose with a little bit of that speed this time.
There we go. He carries the ball out of the pumpkin. You don't touch it.
That was a gain of about 7 yards there off the left side.
Yeah, they called to his attention too how to carry the ball.
He's a good ball player, but he doesn't carry the ball tucked into his body.
The way he carries the ball is very easy for us to pop out. So he's like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
My old coach would say.
We got London in an I formation with the white out here to the left. We got a handoff to Teal up the middle. Little skipper. You know, that's enjoyable to me to see a man put his head down and go for that extra yards. Brad's done a fine job of running that football tonight.
He's gives the line a lot of credit tonight too because the line is blocking.
London's middle of that line from tackle to tackle is clearing some big holes in there, fellas.
Yes, sir.
We got timeout, Circleville.
We're down.
Let's give the backs that extra step, man.
Start running out the ball. Put my boy in and start throwing the ball. Eddie Hammer.
We got first down and 10 on about the 35-yard line. Got Harris up the middle. Mike made an initial hit, and then he broke the tackle and picked up another 2 yards.
You better, when you hit Harris, you better hit him around the waist and drive through him. You try to hit him up on the shoulder pads, and he's going to take you right back onto your back.
Hey, you got Jason Maxwell, Brad Rutherford, and Ron Myers in there in the middle. And Adam Fincham in there blowing the line out. That interior of the line's doing a real fine job of opening holes for Mike Harris and Teal and Clark. That was Mike Harris again picking up first down for London.
When the line hits hard like that and fast, it gives the backs a quicker step. One more step faster.
I'll tell you what, Teal's running that ball like a determined man. I'll tell you what, he got hit twice on the initial contact, bounced off and picked up another 4 yards.
Well, Teal and Harris is putting more licks in the defense, and the defense is licking on that.
You can say that again, Darby.
London's offense more or less are doing everything and anything they want to do at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, they got them horses up front. Mike Harris went off the right side there for about a gain of about 3 yards. You know, London's got Jason Maxwell, which goes 300 pounds, and Brad Rutherford that goes 240 pounds, lining up on the same side, on the left side. They got this Maxwell playing guard at 300 pounds. I believe we got an encroachment on Circleville.
Yeah, I think London's calling a long count there, just pulling them off sides.
Yeah, it looked like Kahn was kind of expecting him to jump offside. It looked like he was waiting on the officials to throw a flag.
I'm glad to see you got that terminology right, because when you played it was offside, wasn't it?
Right, we didn't have any of that encroachment back when I played. I don't even know how you spell that.
Right back in the 30s.
No, you're trying to say I am 30.
No way.
London's in a I backfield with a wide out to the right. We got Kahn back to pass, and he's hit, and they call it an incomplete pass. Kahn got blindsided there, and it was called incomplete.
And he got crunched.
I believe those defensive linemen were in there quicker than our offensive players got out of the gate there.
It's like he ought to just take the cobwebs out of his head there for a minute. He's all right.
Well, now he's coming off there holding that right arm a little bit. Let's see what he's got. That brings Jared Alexander in, and it's second down, and it looks like 10 for the first down. And the ball's sitting on about the 11-yard line, 12-yard line, somewhere there.
That just shows you what kind of player Sean Kahn is. He knew he was going to get popped, and he was bound to turn to get that ball off.
Got a little motion there, little handoff to Mike Harris. Did we get any flags on that play, guys?
Didn't see a flag go out.
I tell you what, it looked like the whole London's offense was moving there. We got a timeout, London. We got Sean Kahn coming back on the field.
Back up. Oh, touchdown. Sean Kahn, it looks like huge wire. Through the wire with a crossing pattern in the end zone, made a fine catch. If you were making a liar out of me, let me till he crossed that side of the field and touching the ball. Having to put the stop on the ball with that right hand, he can still get to make a liar out of me.
Well, there's a little disadvantage there. That pass was so far to the left side of the end zone, none of us guys could see it.
He cradled that ball in. That was a good catch.
We got Clark Tobin trying the extra point here.
Got Tobin.
Down.
Oh, good. Evans in the street.
Yeah, we got a high street football there.
I think he hit a call.
London has a score of 17-0 right now.
The Tobin streak is now at 5.
We got the score 17-0 London with 58 seconds left to go in the second half. We got Clark Tobin ready to kick off. And we got Billy Hamilton deep and Buster Walker deep to receive for Circleville. We'll see if London can get down there and maybe draw this ball loose. Tobin kicks that ball away from the two backs. He kicks it to the right side. Oh! It was a nice initial hit. I think they might have called a face mask on London. Because that flag was thrown when it was only the ball carrying two London players. Been quite a bit of penalties this half, it seems like, fellas. Well, I guess this penalty is against Circleville. I guess I saw a clip over on the other side there.
Well, for London, and being a second half team, this second half is going to be a lulu, isn't it?
Well, I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, last week they were the second quarter and third quarter team. They didn't do anything in the first quarter or the fourth quarter.
They did a lot of substitution in the fourth quarter. They got the fourth quarter, a lot of the second shirt spread.
Well, looks like London's defensive backs are going to play a little prevent defense right now.
Always been kind of against prevent defense. And this is the reason.
You know, we've been looking for him to run the ball the whole first half, and that's not Hamilton. Excuse me.
They've been keying on him pretty hard. I noticed in the paper, Dolbenmeyer said that they know he don't have to contain him, and so far they've done a really good job of it.
That was Ryan and Croc that carried the ball there.
Yeah, number 9. Oh, okay.
We got about 40 seconds left to go in the half, and London's got their defensive back still in that prevent defense. Let's see if Circleville wants to try to score here. Get back to pass, got that flat wide open again. A gain of about 15-yard line. He did get out of bounds to stop the clock. Had Jason Noble in on that tackle, and Nathan Dorn, and looked like Ty Gower was in on that tackle. Circleville brings it up to the line of scrimmage. London's got a 5-man front with 2 linebackers. We have a penalty, and I believe it's on Circleville, lining up in the neutral zone.
It's the same receiver again.
Had a little bit of illegal procedure that time. Somebody moved.
Okay, hold on.
You know, number 2's been in there most of the first half, though.
Could be wrong. As usual.
Flat pass.
Same pass.
They had another flat pass out to the left side. Another looked like a gain of about 10 yards there after the penalty, which brings up about 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8.
These passes at Circleville Stone are acting like they're in a 2-minute drill. They only got 20 seconds. They better be throwing the ball.
You got to get that.
10 yards.
You got to get that ball down the middle, don't they, Darby?
Somewhere, let them get it out there where they can run with it a little bit.
We've got 26 seconds left to go in the half, and the officials want to let us know that. They want us to put 7 seconds back on the clock. A long count there. He's still throwing that ball out in the flats, and that time he didn't get out of bounds. So we got a timeout, Circleville. These last 45 seconds, it's taken about 15 minutes, haven't it, fellas? Circleville got 3 wideouts here to the right. Evidently they're going to try to get this Hail Mary up in the air here. They're still throwing in the flats. Out of bounds on about the 46-yard line. We got 15 seconds left to go in the half. We have the ball on London's 46-yard line with Circleville holding the ball. We have London in there prevent defense with a one-on-one coverage out to the right side. Now we have a straight drop back. He's looking for incomplete pass. We have Noble.
Noble put a hellacious hit on the quarterback.
And Chad Good in there with a real good rush on the quarterback. Noble put a fine lick on him. That was one of the few times they went downfield, and London had that covered real well. Put their wings back here and gets this quarterback. Oh, no.
Sean Conley and Circleville, like a player, he just got up like, look at what I was glad too, ready to do a ball pass too, man.
Let's see if Coach Donmeyer comes out with a running play or maybe a chance to score here with no time left in the half. Sorry, there's not going to be a play. We have London 17, Circleville nothing at halftime here at London Von Kenner Field.
That line plays pretty good ball. That line is rushing.
Pitching and Reesford at guards and Maxwell and
Chad Good at tackles. Tight end, Dwayne.
I'd like to make an announcement here at this time as the football team just would come out there on the field. The band and the Hall of Famers will be played after the game, immediately following the tennis match, which we went out and did last week. So you'll be able to see the tennis match and the Hall of Famers and the band after the game. And we want to thank you. And once again, we need money for this new camera, so all donations are appreciated. We're about around $1,200, $1,500, and our goal is like $3,100. So all donations are appreciated. Thank you, guys. Okay, we got Circleville kicking in London to start the second half. We have Clerk and Mike Harris back deep. Pretty nice kick there. Mike's having to pick it up on about the 10-yard line. He's taking it back straight to the middle of the field. We had like a one-hand tackle there by number 3 on Circleville.
London's going to take that ball on about the 30.
Maybe when we're setting up here, Darby can give you the starting offensive lineup here starting the second half.
I see you on there with a special team kickoff. I'm sorry, Darby, number 51. Dusty Hubbard. You go, Dust.
Good job, Dusty. I used to have you on my Pee Wee team, too.
Trying to get a few in here. Center we have Myers. At guards we have Fincham and Rutherford.
I'll tell you, London come back with that fullback up the middle, and was no gain there. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Give it back over to Darby, so maybe he can give you the rest of the starting lineup here.
Trying to do this a little faster this time. At tackles, Maxwell and Shad Good. At tight end, we have Drew Dwyer. At wide receiver, Alexander Robertson. At fullback, Teal. Halfback, Harris. And quarterback, Sean Khan.
We're in a little wide I formation with a wide pass up the middle. My God, long way. What a fine run. You know, I think that was a gain of about 30 yards there. I think Mike needs to, when he gets out that open, he needs to just concentrate on going towards that goal line. We have London's ball on Circleville's 48-yard line.
Eddie Hamilton, the wide receiver, to the left. He's a pretty fast young man.
You know, let's see if this is the same play they used last
Oh, here he comes!
Got Hamilton!
Look like it.
I'll tell you what, the defensive back grabbed Hamilton by the jersey and pulled him backwards when that ball was in the air.
And that same play they ran last week, that went for a touchdown, but it got called back on a penalty.
And I'll tell you, the situation there is the ball didn't get to Hamilton. He had to come back and get the ball. He was so quick to get down the field.
I think it's a timing thing. You know, Eddie's not in the game as often as the rest of the receivers, and Sean probably doesn't get to work with him much as he does the rest of these guys. That's something they need to time out and practice. Mike's coming out here with some determination this year. Looks like he might shoot for breaking London's single-season rushing record.
And that's going to be a rough one to break, let me tell you. Yeah, he's quick on hitting that hole. He hits the hole fast. And let's not forget there's the offensive line has got holes going up through that line as you can run on that truck through
He
it.
took that ball off the left side that time off of Maxwell and Rutherford. And I'll tell you what, there's some pretty big-sized boys there. I'll tell you what, you know, Brad Teal gets hit quick in that backfield, but he manages to pick up 2 yards that time.
He ran through a brick wall there that time. You know what I really miss this year? It's the Buffalo package.
Right. Well, you don't know. We might see it later on down the line. You know, we know that Coach Don Meyer's not going to show us everything in the first 2 nights. Look for that option play this time, Darby. What do you think?
I think it's about time.
No, we got a little handoff to Harris. Got a late hit on Circleville there. Mike had a hard time getting started that time. Looked like he was slipping going left, and then he got knocked down by one of Circleville's wideouts there.
I think we got an offense and a defensive penalty on this one.
I think we're going to have offsetting penalties here, fellas. We had a illegal motion on Lennon and a personal foul on Circleville, and I believe it'll be offsetting unless the personal foul takes a little precedent over the illegal motion. Okay, we finally got that figured out. We had a motion on London, which was 5 yard, and then a 15-yard penalty on Circleville for roughing, and that's a first down for London on about the 20-yard line. We got he slips down on about the 8-yard line, or Mike would have had another touchdown.
And another time, a great hole up the line. Well, Teal right to her again, and boom, jumped it up in there.
You know, it's slippery. It's more slippery out there than you think it is because he's not cutting that much of a cut, and he's slipping real fast.
You know, Mike probably got a little excited there to see that whole side wide open over there. That's why he tried to make it cut a little quicker than he had to. You got Jared Alexander as a wide out to the right, and you got an I backfield with Teal and Harris. A little slant in pass to touchdown, Alexander! That's a pass we haven't seen.
Those are passes that I like because when you're running as well as London is on this Circleville team, they're going to start cheating their linebackers up, and that across the middle is going to open up sooner or later.
Right, that was a well-run pattern and a well pass.
The toe going for the extra point.
Well, we got the toe in here to keep his streak alive. Put down by Kahn. Extra point is good. We have London 24, Circleville nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing tricky about that one.
We got London ready to kick off here, and Circleville got 2 men back deep to receive. I'd like to see Tobin get into one this time, and maybe get a nice coverage down here. By God, they'll let him kick away, and he kicks out of bounds. Circleville going to have that ball on the 35-yard line to start the second half. Now maybe while we're getting set up here, we can give you a little defensive lineman here.
You got it?
We'll get this play underway here, and then we'll go into maybe give you the lineup and give you the numbers and names. London's in at 5-2 right now. We got the fullback off the right side. We have a whole gang of running defenders there.
And Gary, I think that was the original guy over there. Okay, on defense, we have number 14, Sean Kahn. Number 20, Brent North. Number 25, Nathan Corn. Crispy gaggle. Number 32, Mike Harris.
We'll get you the rest of these after this play. Yeah, London's got a 7-man lineup there this time, fellas.
Back to the front.
And a fine hit by Mike Harris, 32 for London. Now Darby's going to give you the rest of that defensive lineup.
Number 35, Ty Dowell. I don't know why we have trouble with this man. Number 46, Robinson. Number 50, Noble. Number 59, Myers. Number 76, Shadgood. And number 81, Drew Dwyer.
Got Circleville and an overload here to the left. He's pumping it up. That's the old high up.
Whoa! Good defense, Joe Harris. And Jared Alexander, wasn't it?
Now we had Mike Harris covering him real well that time. I'll tell you what, Mike's got a lot of speed. And London's got some speed on this team this year.
Well, we said, I think last week that, myself, I wasn't too sure how much speed they had. I don't know if they were just a little bit down last week or they just wasn't showing it all, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, this team come in here touting that really high-talented team, and I'm sure London got up on that. Circleville punting and downing the ball at about London's 36-37 yard line there. London will take over on about the 37.
You know, it's on a double pump, though. They've been throwing a lot of flat passes. They're trying to set the defensive line, defensive back in, so they can do it for the ball.
We
We got London coming up to the line of scrimmage with first down and 10 on London's 37-yard line. We've got two wideouts to the left and no fullback this time. We just got Mike Harris as the lone back. We got a draw play to the right side. Mike picks up about 4 yards there. I think 11 showing a lot of different plays here in this ball game tonight. That's a little different formation than what I've seen them line up in all night.
I think a lot of London's success in the last couple of years has been a lot to do with the good mix-up of plays.
Right. You know, he's really mixing them up well tonight. Well, we got a man in motion here. It's the fullback in motion. We got a quick pitch to Mike Harris around the left end. We also got a penalty flag come out late there on the right side, and I believe it was something to do with London's backfield. Might have been Teal going towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. Against London, so that play will come back, which will make it about second down and 13. London's got Jared Alexander wide out to the left and Robinson wide out here to the right. Got that slant in pass again, and Kahn throws it a little bit behind Robinson. I look for him to throw something down the middle this time. I think he might go to the big tight end this time. It looked like Drew was pretty well open that time in the middle.
Well, he might went to the left. It's the short side now, but you will Sean Kahn out to the left, boy, he can put a zip on the ball.
Rolling out to the right here. He's got Hamilton coming open.
And he can put it in there when he wants to the right.
I tell you what, he put a little zip on that ball to get it to Drew as well as he did, and Drew made a fine catch here. Probably gained another 5 yards after he caught the ball.
You know, Sean Kahn would have seen Drew. He was wide open. He found the good packet right behind the defense. If he had seen him maybe 6-7 steps earlier, Drew, as big as he is, could have maybe got some more yards on him.
Well, you know, Circleville had two men rushing that time. Had Kahn. He had to get that pass off pretty quick.
Yeah, he was under pressure.
Mike Harris for no gain off the right side on a quick pitch to the right. You know, I think Sean got hurried there on that last play because he had Tyler Hamilton pretty well cleared down the middle if he'd had time to throw the ball. That brings up second down and 10, and the ball's on Circleville's 45-yard line. You know, Circleville hasn't showed us anything yet here on defense. London's pretty much doing what they please against them.
Alexander's in. I think that play was bundled.
Looked like a little quarterback draw there. Only Circleville didn't fall for it.
I think somebody messed up on that play. I think a back went the wrong way, really. I think he was just left out there with the ball himself, so he had to...
You know, Mike Harris came this way and Kahn went that way.
Yeah, somebody had goofed.
Brings up third down and 13. Ball's on Circleville's 47-yard line. We're going to have trips to the left, and lone tailback is Mike Harris. We have a quick pass to Harris.
Good run.
I tell you, Mike took that ball about 4 or 5 yards deep in the backfield and ended up gaining about
looked like 10 yards on that play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3, and I'm sure London's going to go for it.
I think we have, is that Dorn down there with a big pad on his knee?
Yeah, we have Nathan Dorn just come onto the sideline with his equipment off and his knee wrapped. Looks like Nathan's out for the night, and maybe we can get back to you later on what is wrong with him. That brings up 4th down and 4, and London's got 2 tight ends and a wide receiver out here to the right. We got motion on London. Going to put it at 4th down and 9 right now, fellas. Yep. We need about 4th down and 9, 9.5 here. London's still in that same formation with the double tight ends. Fake to the fullback up the middle. We got the option play to the right. We got Con. London picks up the first down. The ball's on the 3-yard line.
Sean Conn is mastering that play.
That looked like the old Oklahoma option play there. Quarterback holding the ball until the last second. That was run very well.
Usually when a quarterback cuts it up and starts going forward with the ball, he's going to carry it himself.
Darby, who gets the yardage on that play? Conn for picking up 15 or Harris for picking up 20?
Yeah.
We got a line pass to Tyler Hamilton that was over his head.
Well, no, lateral play just then, but fine. That was good thinking on his part because I don't think he knew he did not have enough yardage to make the first down, so he lateraled back.
Correct, Don. I believe he had his eyes open on that play, and he knew how much yardage he needed, and he saw Mike was wide open there.
This is what I like to see London do. I mean,
The billow company looks like it's on par, all that stuff and stuff coming out of the top of it.
I think that's just those guys working all that overtime over there, Gary. Working up a sweat. We got a little dump pass to Mike Harris in the backfield. I tell you what, Mike made the best of that play there. It looked like he was going to get stopped in the backfield. He ended up picking up about 5 yards. Hey, one thing Coach Don Meyer can rely on, and he could rely on last year, you know, if he doesn't get that first down, he can always bring in Tobin to kick a field goal. Oh, we got that option play again to the right. Oh, keeper! Come down the right side! Oh, touchdown!
we got a flag down the front.
I believe we're going to get a call back. There's a flag in the play. The first indication from the official is holding. How many we had called back tonight touchdowns on penalties, Darby?
I think 2 tonight, isn't it?
The second one, isn't it?
It seems to be. London can't, right now they're more or less blowing Circleville out, but these penalties are going to be crucial against a close game against a good team. They got to get these mistakes kind of ironed out because we seen one came back last week that was a big pass play for a touchdown. They just can't have these stupid mistakes.
Got about 3rd and 14 now.
London has the ball on Circleville's 26-yard line, and it's now 3rd down, and it looks like 14. And we have the officials concurring again here. We got Sean Conn moving under center here. We got the 2 tight end formation. We got a draw play up the middle of Mike Harris. Mike picks up, it looks like about 10 yards of it. It looks like it's going to bring up about 4th down and 4, 4th down and 5.
Bring in the toe. They're going to go for it.
Oh, looks like London's going to go for it. 4th down and 4 on Circleville's 15-yard line.
I guess we can run.
If they come out with this wide out to the right in the double tight end package, Darby and Don, I look for them to run that option play again.
This will be a good play. Time to run the option right now.
That time they run Mark Harris off the right side between guard and tackle, and he gets stopped. So Circleville's going to take over the ball on their own 15-yard line. Got a minute and 18 to go here in the third quarter, and Circleville has the ball on their own 15-yard line. Well, London has the same defense in there, except they have Jared Alexander now at defensive back instead of Nathan Dorn. They had a pass out to the flats on the right side, and we have Robinson and Noble and Alexander in on that tackle. We have an official's timeout. The first down by Circleville. Now, their first downs are few and far between, so does Circleville have a new quarterback in there, guys, or this quarterback not getting tackled much? Because he sure has a white jersey on.
Looks like a new quarterback. Number 18.
Like number 12. We got that flat patch number 5 out here. Mike Harris makes a fine one-on-one tackle there. Mike got a little bit of material that time.
That's a new quarterback, Danny Marshall.
I don't know if Circleville's trying to save these guys for their own conference or what, but Hamilton has not hardly touched the ball at all tonight. Another pass here down the middle, and I tell you what, Mike Harris is busy on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he's playing good defense and offense. He's playing the whole game. That's good.
All right, it's another first down for Circleville.
And Mike Harris, he's got to be getting tired out there. I mean, he's been doing a lot of running, a lot on defense tonight.
I believe Mike's the type of guy, though, the longer you leave him in there, the better he's going to be. And as long as he knows he's not coming out, I think he'll give you a great job.
That's in the third.
Dusty going into the game here.
Hey, you know, it's something I want to mention. He just mentioned Todd Snyder's name, who just went into the Hall of Fame, and then pat myself on the back one time. I had Todd in that Little League when he played in Little League, and we played against you in the All-Star game. You coached, Zeke coached the team that coached against us, and I had the backfield that Todd was in. And I can remember him stopping the game because we had the boys so far in tune to get off with the ball. They were accusing the kids of getting off the backfield in motion. And we had to stop the game and run a play to show them that they were getting off the exact time the ball was snapped. And Todd remembered that and called it to my attention. So that was probably the beginning of his career. And he went on to be really good. So I really feel good about that. And I'm sure you have a lot of kids come back and tell you about, talk to you and tell you about different things that that influence on their life.
Gary, that's what this Pee Wee program's all about, making you feel good. Circleville with a pass out in the right flats. London had a nice rush on that time. Number 3 for London. Josh Burns made a nice penetration that time. London's got some new numbers in there, guys. Let's see if we can pick some of them up. I see Clark coming off the field here now.
Number 3, Josh Burns is about the only one I see. Jared Alexander's on defense now.
Got Dusty Hubbard in there playing. Nice tackle for a loss.
And I've been waiting for that to happen all night. They've been getting back to it just for a split second that he threw the ball.
We have number 51, Dusty Hubbard, playing tackle now for London.
And guess who just walked into the Donato's Pizza Man? They feed our crew every year. They just walked in a big pizza. Thank you guys for that pizza. Donato's Pizza.
Good.
Number 50.
I take that back. They're giving it back to Circleville. I thought Noble was on that ball, but evidently it squirted out, and it's Circleville's ball. Brings up 4th down and 20 feet, 3, and Circleville's going to punt. London has Mike House back deep and Tyler Hamilton short.
It's for a down in a year. Is that a flag down on the field right there?
And we got another penalty flag here. Let's kind of sort that out.
Offense on Circleville.
We got some new players in the game.
Just number 1, Roger Clerk, and North. Is that number 20 North?
Yeah.
That's Circleville punt to Mike Harris and to Tyler Hamilton.
Harris gets back on it, return it.
This is going to be one Mike Harris. I tell you what, Mike tried to run over him.
If it wasn't for that one man that got through that wall, he was gone. It was 2 races.
Now you're going to first down. All day you're telling them to quit all that twisting and turning and they're taking a field. So then it takes it to a field and then there's somebody, what can the boy do to freeze us up here?
Hey, that was a big run. That was a good run.
I'll tell you what, it looks like Mike's going to get arrested.
He's going to pick it up and run around him, really.
They got Clerk in at tailback. Teal at fullback. Dwyer at tight end still.
You got Eddie Hamilton out there on the right flank.
Eddie Hamilton out wide right and Robinson out wide. Now we got a rush by Circleville's linebacker, number 42.
There was a mix-up over on Eddie Hamilton's side. Somebody was supposed to step back and take that pass.
I believe that was going to be that quick pass to the halfback, Gary.
We're talking to Eddie, and he's holding his hands out like, what did I do wrong? So I got to Eddie Miller supposed to step back, and the guy other wide out with him was supposed to block where it looked to me.
We got Clerk in at tailback here. You know, Clerk's got a lot of speed. Let's see if they let him use it. We got Brad Teal off the right side. Picks up about 4 yards.
And Teal having a good night back there.
You know, I would say he's close to 100 yards, wouldn't you, Darby?
I would say he was have to be close to 100, and Harris has to be way over.
Oh, I believe Mike's going to be close to the 180 yards, 200 yards.
You got to give Teal a lot of credit because he took a back seat to Corbin on the kicking game and really worked hard to try to get that spot. So he just changed to something else. He's doing real good at the spot he's at now.
They're going to spring this man can turn the ball.
Option play left.
There you go.
He thought he took those out of bounds on about the 29-yard line.
And that Clerk can really scoop.
You know, I tell you what, Kahn took that ball 15 yards downfield before he lateraled that to Clerk. Clerk picked up another 15 after the lateral.
I'd like to see her with a lateral play. What do you think?
Clerk was kind of keeping behind Sean Kahn, waiting for that ball. As soon as he snapped that ball, he was gone.
It looks like they've been practicing that play quite a bit.
That was nice.
You got Clerk trying to get us. You got a penalty flag down, and I believe you might have a holding penalty on London out there.
How does he hold on that ball, Barney?
Like a loaf of bread?
It looks like a loaf of bread, and he still didn't lose it that time.
I don't know, but it worries me.
That's how you used to carry it down. He's about your side when he was a
We got a clipping on London. I guess it might have been on the white out.
I was way off. I said face mask.
Well, I saw the wideout for London struggling with the guy out there, but it didn't look like clipping. It looked more like holding to me.
London's got some depth. There's some depth in the backfield and in line. You know, they got some good ball players.
We're here, and it's about first down and 30, about 40 yards, it looked like to me. I don't know why they come up with 26 out on the scoreboard. That kind of scares me.
Mr. Collins is in the scoreboard, and he's never wrong.
Thank you, Gary, for that comment.
All right.
So you're going to play
Last few years.
we got it!
Good play.
Looked like you had a hole flipping that line off.
We're going to have to see if they picked up enough for a first down here. They're moving the chains.
That was a good play. Sean Conley, good
I
play.
believe he must have picked up about 35 yards on that pass. Darby, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try that little slant pass to Jared Alexander again here to the left.
It wouldn't surprise me. When they hand off the ball inside those tackles, you know, they both kind of lean over, and sometimes it's really hard to see who's got the ball because they both kind of lean over the back, and they hide and protect that inside handoff very well.
That line is playing a good ball game tonight, especially the right side, because, man, they're just blowing guys out of there.
I think it's still a message because last year's game against Circleville was a close game. It could have gone either way. But this year, Circleville ain't even in the game tonight. So after the program's down, London still.
With 8:24 left to go in the fourth quarter, London is leading 31-0.
There's a new blood in her now, some substitution, probably.
We keep beating up on people. I guess we'll have to go 2 more late. They're more players.
And Toll is 78 on field goals this year, and he's got 7 in a row.
This will give the vets some experience time.
The thing of a good team is, a mark of a good team is how well they perform from one week to another.
Right.
And I think you can tell by the performance they had last week and the performance they have tonight that this team is truly getting better.
The great thing that happened to London last year, what really propelled them through the playoffs, was that their last game of the season, their 10th game, everything was going for them. They didn't make stupid mistakes. They didn't have the big penalties. Each game they had improved, so when they went into the playoffs, they had a lot of things going for them.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, it's like I said, mark of a good team is how well you progress each week. If this is any indication, about the 10th game this season, somebody better watch out.
It was an improvement from last week, too, because last week they didn't get started in the first quarter. Second quarter when we got wound up. This game, they come out from the get-go, and they haven't stopped.
They've put a pretty good 4 quarters together, and it's not over with yet. Kicking deep to Hamilton. He's bringing the ball up the right side. You got one guy between him and the goal line, and Clark gets it on London's 49-yard line. And who made that tackle?
On speech, about 145 pounds, man.
You guys know last year London got in trouble because of their kicking game. And they've been doing rather well tonight,
Keeping it away from Hamilton.
Right, that time they kicked to Hamilton, and actually, though, that's the first time he's done anything at all tonight.
Yes.
I think if they disguised him, they didn't know where it was.
A little hard to see at 155 pounds.
5'3".
London's back out there with their starting defense.
They threw that was the same pass that he picked up last time. Sean Cody just kind of sick, man. He didn't even seem too excited about intercepting the ball.
I'll tell you, he's playing a good one-on-one defense with that guy. He's standing between the defender and the quarterback, and that's where a good defensive back will be. Looks like London's going to take a timeout here and probably try to get some substitutions in. Okay, London has their number 2 offense in right now. We're going to try to single out the names and numbers here for you if we can catch up with them.
Number 6 is Brian Harris. I got a couple for you in the backfield. I got Kirk, Alexander quarterback, Sexton, Eddie Hamilton.
You got a wideout pass to number 5. I believe that's another Hamilton.
Sexton.
Sexton, excuse me. Gain of about 6.
Okay, we also got Hubbard, Kozer, Waters. Is that right? I think so.
We have an official's timeout here.
And Kane. I think I got him right. Number 44 is Corey Such in the backfield. Corey Such is another one I missed.
At fullback. Wide out, we got Eddie Hamilton over here to the right, and we got Sexton over to the other side. And we got a handoff to Clark. I tell you what, for no more than that boy weighs, it took about 5 of them to bring him down.
David Harris.
We're going to have...
I believe if he'd have cut back to the left now when he come through that line, I think he'd have went all the way.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 1 yard here for 1st down.
That's Brian Harris.
Brian Harris.
That's Mike Harris's brother going in, Brian Harris.
That's who it is, number 6.
London's got double wide outs, one to the left and one to the right. Clerk in the backfield and Harris at the fullback spot. Tried that fullback off the right side. Mike got a 1st down there. Gain of about 4 yards there. That was a nice run.
Good second effort on that.
You know, that's the way them fullbacks are supposed to run.
He even took his helmet off.
Yeah, we got 6 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. We're getting to see some of London's number 2 guys, and it's really nice to see them get some time in there in case we need them later on down the road.
We got another wide receiver, Troy Murray, number 2.
Yep, Troy Murray out to the wide side. Well, we got a flag down in the backfield, but we believe it was a face mask on Circleville. Yes, Gary, you picked that up correct. Touchdown, London!
Let's go when you cut it again. Let's go when you put your second team in and let the show score.
I'll tell you what, Gary's been telling us all along that this Clerk is a speedster, and he showed us that time that he could really get outside.
Well, Gary, didn't you say that you talked to him over the weekend? Somebody did Artiston guy last year. The discipline assistant. No, I'm saying that he's going to make you forget about lesson before he gets out of high school.
Now, we got Tobin trying to keep his extra point streak alive here.
That's good.
That one just did that limousine waiting out for you to be out of the high street.
The kick was good. We now have a score is London 38, Circleville nothing.
That was a good run.
Hey, Gary, if you notice, I haven't been late for a game yet, and I'll tell you the reason is I fired that limo driver from the last 3 years, and I got a record one.
I heard that. You either followed him, you started your running, buddy, and sent him to Tennessee.
Hey, the limo driver was my cousin, but he kept making me late. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody's got to have a job.
We got 6 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the quarter, and London getting ready to kick off.
Hands are here. That was the longest run of the night, wasn't it? For touchdown?
The longest one of the season.
That was about it. Look at the sophomore, all of our season now.
We've talked about third, but I'm telling you,
That was probably about a 60-yarder
That
here.
was about a 60, 65.
I believe Harris had one last week of about 50. I tell you,
I'm going to tell you what, he really ran right ahead. He ran over here this far, and then he went back that way. And then
Gerald Alexander kept that ball a good while until,
yeah, he did.
and then he pitched it. I tell you what, somebody's been working with these quarterbacks.
See, what made that play go is he was able to kick back against the grain.
Right.
When you go against the grain, things work in your favor. You see, I heard it to the last possible second, and then that's when they got to grab your face mask.
And we have a tackle by number 6, Harris, and number 7,
Taylor Hamilton.
Tyler Hamilton, number 7. Circleville's going to take over on their own 34-yard line. With 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Do we have any new faces on defense?
We have the whole bunch that these guys announced last time out here. We have number 10 going into the game there. Darby, who is that? Langley, Jesse Langley.
Number 2.
Ryan Harris is also in there.
Left flag pass.
They're still throwing that ball out in the flats.
Oh, good tackle by Langley.
Had a nice open field tackle there by Jesse Langley. And number 2,
Troy Murray.
Troy Murray. Troy brings back a little bit of memories. I had him on my Philly football team also.
Number 6 is Brian Harris, right? 46. Joe Hamilton, number 46.
After Kirk made that long run, they're taking him out of the defense there, giving him a little rest. We got Coach Norm Emmets there trying to get some more defensive linemen ready to go in. We got a straight drop back, a little deep pass, incomplete. That ball was just strictly thrown over the defensive player's head. Winchester.
Coming in.
Haven't seen it yet.
Defensive tackle.
We got Circleville's quarterback slipping down. London also has Cunningham in there playing left defensive tackle.
I think there was one defense time, too.
Brings up 4th down and 9. We'll see if Circleville kicks this ball. Well, London's not putting anybody back. I wonder what they got up here.
Andrew Trent is also on the defense out there.
Well, we got timeout, Circleville. We got Circleville back in that punting formation, and London has nobody deep. I tell you what, this punter got that off, but he got a real nice punt off.
That's what we're real good about doing. Touchdown.
That was about a 50, 55-yard punt there, fellas.
Yeah, that's one thing. what you don't do in football is just touch the ball and walk away from it on a putt.
That's right. That's right. Well, I've seen that a number of times get picked up and run the other direction.
Looks like Jason May going into the game.
I see Cook's copying after Wilson and Artis and Lester with those black socks that they wore last year.
Yeah, got the knee highs on.
I'm telling you another player to watch out for in the next couple of years, and that's Eddie Hamilton.
I do believe he's going to be special.
He's fast.
If they utilize him right. We got a new quarterback in there, Darby. Who is that?
Jason May. That's Jason May. There you go.
Uh-oh, got one guy to be there. I tell you what, this kid's exciting. Hey, at number 1, Clerk is very exciting. I tell you what, he's picking and choosing where he wants to run.
I'm turning it down. I thought you pushed my ear.
Now you're going to have to get some candy out of me, man.
Get the white boy, get over there. Everybody's all the time, man.
We're down.
Is also in the game. 87.
Pitch to Clerk. Out to right side. Roger got out there wide that time and tried to make one of them spin moves and got cracked in the back. Darby, they got some guys going in the game now that their shirts are too long for them and they got them rolled up. We can't even see their numbers.
Scott Miller just went into the game.
20.8 just came in.
David Harris, 24.
Got a wide out over here, number 41, and a wide out on the other side's 83.
Mackin, Tim Mackin. Andy Wall is number 41.
Got that fullback up the middle. I tell you what, that Harris is a load to bring down.
He's pretty tough, yeah.
It's Brian Harris, that's Mike's younger brother, and I tell you what, he's showing that he can carry that football. Then we got timeout London. We got Coach Donmeyer heading out to the field there to give them some instruction. We have number 52 into the ball game. James Scott. We got 2 wideouts, fullback, tailback. Handoff to the fullback. There's a little gaggle of Circleville players there. Looked like he was trying to take the shirt off of Harris that time.
And we've had original extra crispy. I think that was rotisserie there.
Little barbecue.
Riles is also in the game. We've got a David Harris, number 8. Is that another one?
No, that's
Mike Bailey's brother?
nope.
Jamie Todd is also in the game.
We got an officials timeout here. London's got an equipment problem. Now we're ready to get started. We got Roger Clerk in the backfield here. Now we got a penalty because London's lined up in the neutral zone, number 41. You know, I know the coaches have told these wide receivers this, and we've seen it on both sides, London and Circleville, that when they get out there, they should talk to the official closest to them. The official will let them know where to line up at.
I thought this would be a much closer game than what it is, though.
Well, I think what we got here, Donnie, is London wanting to show how much they do have. I'll tell you what, that pass is wide open. Now, Circleville has the ball, and London's on defense here. Come on. We got a fine open field tackle over there by number 26.
Joe Hamilton.
And number 6. Right now, Darby, we don't have much of a chance to really give a rundown on who is playing. Circleville off the left side.
Adam
Browning. Yeah. His dad and I used to go to school together. We didn't study together, but we went to school together. They're going to keep trying that left side there, fellas.
We're trying to get the touchdown.
Yep, I'll take. Where's your sister at? Circleville with two wideouts here to the right and got the ball at about the 14-yard line. Quarterback drops back. We got a flying rush here. Now the quarterback is wide open. Touchdown, Circleville. No penalty flags down. Touchdown, Circleville. We got Circleville lining up for two here. They got a double wide out left and a slot in the left side, and they run the tailback up the middle, and he gets it. 2-point conversion, good. London looked like they had him stopped there, but his extra effort got him the 2-point conversion. He's left to go. And we got a kick. They're kicking deep to Eddie Hamilton. Let's see if he fields the ball. He's taking it straight up the middle. He gets one block. He's gone. Eddie made a nice run there.
That part was on the other side too. Where did you switch sides?
Yeah, they moved him around back there kind of after they lined it up.
That's what they did to Hamilton on that one back he made. Hamilton for
The next two games are home, is that?
Right. They got London back straight. Fullback up the middle. Harris. Break one tackle, two tackles. That's a whole bevy of Circleville ball carrier players to bring Harris down.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to London High School Montana Field. Prior to the start of tonight's home opener versus Circleville, we want to conduct the annual induction into the Athletic Hall of Fame. We have 3 inductees tonight. Our first inductee is Mr. Bill Miller. Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller is a 1952 graduate of London High School.
Can you hear that coming?
He lettered 3 years of basketball, second team WLHS conference in 1952, and in the same year was second team Columbus Dispatch area team. He also earned 3 letters and a diamond in baseball in the spring, and was second team All-Mid-6 in 1952. In 51 and 52, he was a captain of the baseball team. Bill earned 2 letters in football, and the 1951 team was undefeated with a record of 9 wins and no losses, ranked number 1 in Class B in the state of Ohio that year. In 52 and 53, Bill attended Circleville College, learning in basketball as a freshman. He is a 1956 graduate of the Ohio State University. Since graduation from college, Bill has been heavily involved in power volleyball, both as a player and as a coach. Recently, in the 55 and over age division, his team would be gold medalist, the national champions. And in the 60 and over division, he teamed up with a group to win the silver medal in the national championships. He has been a volunteer volleyball coach at Hanover Martin High School in Michigan for 20 years. That team won 3 state Michigan championships in 87, 89, and 91. He is currently the volleyball coach at Spring Arbor College in Michigan. His team in 1992 were the National Christian College Athletic Association champions. For the record, Bill was awarded the National Coach of the Year honors. On the field at this time, with Bill Miller, his brother Dick, sister-in-law Sue Miller, his wife Jean, his mother and father-in-law Leslie and Gertrude Laird, his brother Tom is in Wisconsin to work and could not be here. For a graduate of 1952, we welcome into the London High School Athletic Hall of Fame, Mr. Bill Miller. Congratulations. Snyder. Todd is a 1983 graduate of London High School, where he earned 3 letters in football. In his senior year, he was the recipient of the J.K. Circleville Award and also received the Wilbraham Award as the best offensive back. He was second team All-Ohio that year and first team All-Central Buckeye Conference both his junior and senior years, also serving as captain his senior year. In basketball, he picked up 3 more letters, earning Best Defensive Player awards in 82 and 83. The 82 and 83 team that Todd played on were AA sectional champions both years. He also picked up 3 varsity letters in baseball. With a scholarship to Miami University on the line, he entered track his senior year, where he proceeded to set the school record in the 400-meter dash in 49.9 seconds, the record that stood until just last year when Fred Lester finally broke it, and he was a regional qualifier in the 400-meter dash. Todd was also a member of the National Honor Society while at London High School. He went on to Miami University in Oxford and earned 3 varsity letters there playing strong safety. In 1986, the Redskins were the Mid-American Conference champions and represented the MAC in the California Bowl in Fresno, California. His senior year, Todd was captain and defensive MVP, earning second team All-Mid-American Conference defensive honors. On the field tonight with Todd are his mom and dad, Bob and Linda Snyder. His wife, Marlene. His position coach while here at London High School, Ed McNeely. His grandmother, Lucia Snyder. His brother Dan would like to be here, but Dan is presently with his wife Kelly out at Madison County Hospital. Todd's about to become an uncle. So we welcome into the Hall of Fame, Mr. Todd Snyder. Presenting Todd's plaque is Maggie Spinning Gates, standing in for her father, Chuck Spinning, who nominated Todd. Bill Middle was nominated by his sister-in-law, Sue Middle, who made the presentation. Our third and final recipient this year is Mr. Chip Starr. Chip is a 1982 graduate of London High School, earned 4 letters in cross country. He was all district all 4 years, and the district runner of the year in 1981. He was first team all-conference his sophomore, junior, and senior year, sectional champion in 80 and 81, district champion in 81. In 1980, he finished 11th in the state. In his senior year, placed 12th. School record holder in cross country, and led his team to an 8th place finish in 1980 and a 10th place finish in 1981. During Chip's 4-year run, the London High School boys cross country team had a record of 435 wins against only 74 losses. In the spring, Chip went on and earned 4 letters in track. He was All-Ohio in the 3,200-meter run in 1981 with a 4th place finish and a 5th place finish in 1982. He is the school record holder in 6 events, was league champion in the 3,200-meter run for 3 years, and the 1,600-meter champion his senior year. Until recently, he was the record holder for the Central District indoors in the 3,000-meter run. Sectional champion, 81-82, and district champion in 82 in the 2-mile run. Also a member of the National Honor Society. He went on to Indiana University where he graduated in 1989. Participating in cross-country there his sophomore year, but due to an injury was unable to finish his college career. On the field with Chip tonight is his dad, our team doctor, Mr. Jack Stoddard, and his wife, Anna.
plaque is also presented by Maggie Spinning Gates. Mr. Bill Miller, Mr. Todd Snyder, Mr. Chip Starr. Fourth inductees into the London High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Regarding the Hall of Fame, if there is anyone who wants to nominate someone for next year, please give the London High School Athletic Department office a call, and we will send you the information to do that. We will take all the nominations that we can handle. Thank you.